Most of it was just to the south and east of the capital city. Now, we did have a couple snow showers yesterday afternoon, but we're talking about the substantial snowfall last night because we actually saw some decent accumulation. Now, all that snow is to the east now, but let's talk about that accumulation. A couple of snow reports over the last 24 hours. You see this clustering off in Saunders County up towards Fremont. That was from yesterday's morning band of snow that set up just to the west of Lincoln and fell apart before it arrived in Lincoln. But this report was from last night in Lewiston. Almost 2 inches of snowfall, about 1.8 inches reported around midnight. So some substantial snowfall in far southeastern Nebraska, and with temperatures below freezing this morning in areas that did see snow, you'll really want to take it easy out on the roads as there may be a couple of slick spots. 22 right now at Lincoln Airport, 19 in Beatrice, 21 in York, 26 in Grand Island, and 26 degrees in Hastings. It is a little bit chillier when you factor in the wind, and that'll likely be the case this afternoon. So actual air temperatures will probably rise into the 30s, but we may be dealing with afternoon wind chills in the 20s. So we'll say 36 degrees for a forecast high in Lincoln. We'll have some periods with more clouds, some periods with more sun, but we'll say a mix of sun and clouds overall. And you see the words there, a small flurry chance. It's an extremely small chance. On a satellite radar perspective right now, we can actually see a couple of these flurries, maybe not all the echo reaching the ground, but perhaps some of it reaching the ground, and it's mainly off towards the west and central Nebraska at this time. But some versions of Stormcast have wanted to throw a couple of flurries into the mix. You see, if you look closely there, that little white blip trying to move off towards the southeast, those are the flurries that Stormcast is trying to show. Again, a mix of sun and clouds this afternoon with temperatures in the 30s. If anyone's got the better chance to see flurries today, it's probably going to be in southwestern Nebraska, so flurries will be the exception as opposed to the rule today. On Wednesday, I think we will see a little bit more sunshine, 34 degrees. We'll also be breezy on Wednesday, windy on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and we're going to stay cool for the rest of the work week. Our coolest day probably on Friday. But starting on Saturday, we warm up. 30s for highs on Saturday, 40s on Sunday, and maybe back up into the 50s by Wednesday of next week. Thanksgiving, see that turkey? He's running away because he doesn't want to be cooked. Right now, we're keeping Thanksgiving dry, but some showers will be possible on Wednesday, and it is still 9 to 10 days out, so we'll have to iron out the timing of that potential storm system by the middle of next week.